Well, you know what I'm gonna talk about. YouTube has reached that point when the biggest content creator cannot live with this outdated system. So here's my list of the 5 worst problems YouTube has. On number 5, spammers. Now I know there isn't a very clear definition of what a spam is, but I can tell you, it's a message that only benefits the sender. It tries to trick you into thinking it benefits you. It is sent without any request, and it has nothing to do with the conversation, page, or place where it is sent to. Having said that, so Flo Antonio. This guy got famous for uploading the same video more than once, using thumbnails that are not relevant to the video with big circles, so you try to find what the hell is that, and it's not relevant to the video at all, besides using phrases like gone sexual. And that kind of spamming forces you to see the video on your feed, even if you don't want to. On number 4, fiefdom. There are plenty of cases of fiefdom on YouTube, and in part that is because society doesn't really shun people anymore.
You know what I did yesterday? I'm gonna have a stereotype Olympics.
Oh no!
I can't have Carlos on the air again. That's
What?
the last time. Stereotypical Olympics is an idea that some DJs came up with in Miami.
The last case I've heard of was O.J. Simpson, and only him. Now mind you, I'm not saying that society has to do that more, but in a platform like YouTube, yeah, of course. There are literally jokes that are stolen word for word. It's the case IHE just talked about with Der Plant.
I placed a potted plant in the middle of a room and then pointed at it and just went,
Der Plant!
So if I went outside and pointed at a tree and was like,
Wow, tree! Whoa!
Which, by the way, carries a second risk. In this case, for instance, Der Plant was a criticism of how memes are so silly. Somebody took it, put it up, and it became an actual meme. Then comes a guy and just say the tree instead of Der Plant in an obvious steal. Grade A Andre has had this happen to him more than once.
Now there's a reason why I don't go to the showers after the gym. Because I don't go to the gym.
now there's a reason why I don't go to the showers at the gym. Because I don't go to the gym.
Right, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Hopefully not still in this shithole.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Not in this shithole.
I'm not saying it's something easy to implement, but you can get a couple of people to watch the 2 videos and say, oh, it's exactly the same. You're banned for a while because you stole somebody's content. On number 3, flaggers. Now the flagging system is important, but really? Just one person flags somebody and they can lose all their revenue for a video? This has happened to me more than once. Some of my biggest videos on my channel in Portuguese are about hentai. I don't show anything, but they keep losing their monetization. So I have to assume that somebody is flagging again and again the same video, which is kind of the problem. A person can flag whatever they want, but they should certainly be punished if they flag something wrong, especially if they do it repeatedly. I have a couple of thousand views in my most watched videos. It's very unlikely that 100 of those people actually flagged the same video. So the system has to be that the number of flags calls the attention of the people monitoring, they go and watch it and say, well, there's no problem here, or yes, there is a problem here. On number 2, fair use abuse. We all know what this is, so I'm not gonna drag long. I Hate Everything, for instance, lost a couple of videos where he talks about a movie called Cool Cats Save the Kids, because the creator and owner of the videos, Derek Savage, just didn't like them. He actually made a video explaining what he thinks is fair use, and it's absolutely wrong. So there is evidence YouTube can look at and see that fair use is being abused in this case. One of the best suggestions that has been made is that YouTube delay payment in those cases and the money goes to the person who wins the claim. You can put that in your contract easily. I personally think that when the timer runs out and the person gets back their videos, if there is no documentation of legal action being taken by the person who claimed the money, they have to be stopped from making any claims for a year. That would easily make the companies, big or small, think twice before making false claims. But this problem is so big there's actually a second set of cases. There was a big boom of reactionists recently, and they are people who will literally steal your video, put it on the corner of their video, and watch it. For such things to be legal, not only you cannot use the entire original content, but your content has to have value because of what you add, not the original. That's why in my case I make videos with a little slip and then I comment on the case. My commentary is what I want you to see. If something starts to catch people's eyes, they watch it, and then people who watch their channels don't have to go and look for the original. They are acting like a hub, and there is no problem in that if this was done legally, but they don't. They just steal content, and this can easily be fought. YouTube needs to have a new kind of flag just for stolen content and see if it is equal. And if it is, let's say 95% equal, they say it's stolen and the person who stole it is punished. Banned for a while. We're almost done, but before number one, honorable mention to haters. We've all dealt with haters, and the biggest problem with haters is that they pollute the conversation. I still get people commenting in my channel in Portuguese because I criticize somebody who did blackface, because people just assume I'm a hater and I'm cursing at her or something. I actually criticize her attitude afterwards when she blames others and doesn't take any responsibility, but because there were so many haters, people still think I'm just a hater. However, this doesn't really fit into the list because that's a problem of virtual life, not YouTube itself. And on number one, YouTube automatic system. Now the automatic system is a good base. The problem is you need people. When Viacom sued YouTube, they needed to create a system to show that they are not just a platform for people to throw in whatever they want. Fair enough. The system kinda curtails people from abusing this platform. The problem is the counterpart for other people making the claims doesn't exist. The automatic system has to be manned. If you get a bunch of flags and somebody looks at the situation and say, hey, this guy didn't do anything, I'm going to mark all the flags as having flagged for no reason, those flaggers are going to stop and think twice. Same thing for the copyright strikes. Same thing for the stealing. But the worst part is, even if you do this yourself, you get no responses. I just saw a video by Mystic Chronexia, a guy who does anime top 10s, and he doesn't know if he should upload another video or not because he has 2 strikes. One of them is by a person they can't even confirm if she exists or not. Grade A Andre actually got some videos age restricted. That means they don't make money, for some reason. But the prank video where he got the same punch from, with many more views, was still up. More views, uploaded before, continued after. Grade A Andre made a great video about what's wrong with YouTube, and another couple of videos about what's wrong with reaction channels. You should watch them. IHE got famous as the symbol for fighting for your rights, especially on YouTube, because his channel was deleted for no good reason. The Nostalgia Critic actually could not monetize videos for 2 weeks. This is a channel with an entire crew and equipment, making that level of reviews, paying people at that level, and they couldn't get a hold of anyone. A guy with 400,000 subscribers cannot talk to YouTube. If whenever one of these things happen, they have to go through somebody, that would be fixed. In the case of spammers, thieves and flaggers, you don't even need anybody with legal skills. You just need people who are trained on following the community guidelines. They take a look at it and say, oh, there's no problem here. The guy accusing the other has to be penalized. Right up his ass. So that's it, guys. If you watched this far, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, like and share. And this one doesn't have a happy ending unless we keep pressing it. Hashtag new YouTube, hashtag WTFU. Where's the fair use?